Wir sind jetzt hier gerade auf der Eureka, der Gründerkonferenz, und vor mir steht Mark Williams, der Gründer von Firefly. Und er hat ein ganz besonderes Produkt entwickelt, den Firefly, ein Vaporisierer. Mark, was ist das und wie funktioniert's?
A vaporizer is a way to consume various plants, including cannabis, which is of course applicable to the German market, especially since the recent change in medical status. I've got one with me. This is an example of a vaporizer. It's got a magnetic lid. You put the product that you want to vaporize in here, close it up, and press. Count to 3, and then inhale for about 7 seconds. I'll give you a demonstration right now. And what you just saw come out of my mouth was vapor, not smoke. That's the important difference between vaporizers and smoking. A vaporizer will heat the plant material to the level at which it starts to vaporize, that is atomize into the air. You can think of it as similar to water boiling, steam coming off water when it's boiling. That's vaporization. Burning obviously is an entirely different thing. It releases a lot of things out of the plant that you don't want. Vaporizing, on the other hand, only releases the things out of the plant that you do want.
Das heißt, die Pflanze im Vaporisierer brennt gar nicht?
Das brennt gar nicht, nein.
Ah, yeah. Okay.
Because we control the temperature very carefully to only go up to whatever you set it to. So you can set it for 200 Celsius and it will only ever get to 200 Celsius. You won't get burning unless you get up to about 200, maybe 230 Celsius, I think is where things start to burn. But that can be avoided with the vaporizer.
Wie kontrolliere ich die Temperatur?
With an app. Very easily. With an app, of course, just like everybody does these days. The great thing about doing it with an app is that it's a much higher fidelity interface so that you can get a great user experience out of the app in a way that you could not get if you try to put the buttons on the device itself.
Du hast du gerade schon erwähnt, Cannabis ist eine Sache, die man damit rauchen kann. Was gibt es sonst noch?
Really a lot of things. You can, so if one thinks more broadly about the plant kingdom, obviously there's tobaccos, although I don't use those myself. However, just about any herb that you can put in a tea, you can actually also vaporize. So think about anything that you're using for tea right now, including chamomile or lavender or mint or even coffee, believe it or not. You can actually vaporize coffee and use that to get a caffeine buzz. It really works.
Und wie schmeckt das? Schmeckt es ähnlich wie eine E-Zigarette?
It's delicious. No, not at all like cigarettes. It doesn't have any of that burned, kind of awful feeling of cigarettes. It tastes like the substance you're vaporizing. That's the beauty of vaporizing, is that it actually delivers the plant in its sort of full glory because it doesn't change it fundamentally. It's just basically putting the oils that are already in the plant just into an aerosolized form so they can be easily inhaled.
Der Firefly ist nicht der erste Vaporisierer, den es auf dem Markt gibt. Es gibt so pyramidenartige große Objekte schon. Woran arbeitest du jetzt gerade an der nächsten bei der nächsten Firefly-Generation?
So it wasn't the first, agreed. In fact, the first vaporizer that I used was a German vaporizer from Stores & Bickel. Thank you, you guys, for that, and thank you for making it really ugly too, because that gave me an opening for a different product approach. However, we have been in it for 6.5 years, and prior to that, I was in technological development for 20 years. This is my career. This is what I do now. I apply everything I learned working for companies like Apple and Silicon Valley to developing vaporizers. So to bring that standard of technical achievement and innovation into this space, and to answer your question, yes, I am also working on new products, both some that can do flowers and other substances, as well as things that will vaporize cannabinoid extracts only.
Das heißt, du bist die Zukunft von Flower Power und Woodstock.
It's great to inherit from that legacy, as I thought it was maybe the first flowering in modern culture of consciousness expansion, exploration, being an okay thing, being something that was worthwhile. And so I'm very grateful for that generation in leading the charge, but it was done in a very naive and uninformed and kind of wild way. And I'm happy now to be part of take the handoff from that generation to the next generation and applying what we know now about the plant in a much deeper way and applying what we know about how technology can enhance the delivery of that plan experience to create great user experiences. So we're taking what was the hippie dream, but bringing science to it, bringing medicine to it, bringing education to it, bringing technology to it, and finally bringing business to it in order to create great user experiences for our customers.